Psalms 23, 1 through 4. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not. You know the rest, or you can read. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. But anyway, hi, my name is Jerry. I am an overweight male, 54 years old, and this is going to be my journey and what I do to lose weight. Now, in all fairness, it's not the first time I'm losing weight. Last year, around May, I started a weight loss journey. I was 284. Right now, let's see. Let's check the scale. 266.2. Okay, so I'm almost 20 pounds from the weight I started last May. And you may say, well, if you were on a weight loss journey last year, what happened? Moving into a new house happened, or at least that's the excuse I'll use. I was on a weight loss journey for 4 months, started out at 284, and when my lowest weight on that journey was 248. If I have some shots, I'll try to throw them up in here. Now, my body didn't look any different. In fact, there's the back side of me. Here's the side of me. But at the same time, you can't tell with the sleeve on. As you can see, I have a little bit of muscle. I am a very stocky, let me see if I can expand this. I'm a very stocky, wide-shouldered guy. But I guess I used the excuse of moving. It was hard to cook, to do the meal plans, go to the gym while I'm working. And you might be saying, well, Jerry, I've done that and I stayed on my weight plan. And you probably could, but I'm a little different. And I'll try to pop screens up here or somewhere to show you them too. Ever since 2019, I have been disabled. Now, the reason I use the air quotes for disabled, you see me walking around, you see me moving, I seem to be normal. My back is fused from L4 to S1. I'll be going to the doctor in 2 days because I've been feeling tingling down my leg again. So I think L3 is messed up. I have, once again, I'll try to show screenshots. I have bone spurs on every vertebrae from my neck to, I guess, L4. They say it can be caused by uncontrolled diabetes, which I have diabetes. I've never really considered it uncontrolled. I mean, I've had some highs and some lows, more highs. And, when I say highs, 200s, I've taken my blood sugar right after eating something I shouldn't. And yeah, it was 400 and something. But I've never had a constant I've never had weeks upon weeks of highs, so they say it could be caused by that. There's other reasons. Plus, I have scoliosis where once again, I'll try to show the video or the picture. My spine's curved a little bit. It's not much, but I think that kind of helped with everything going on. I have spinal stenosis, disc degeneration, and I've had my left hip replaced which still kind of gives me trouble, but that was only 2 years ago, so that might be inspected. And if you've seen some of my shorts on this channel, if you haven't, go back and look at them. You will see me doing leg presses of impressive weights. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, I can do it. Yes, it hurts my back. I'm not the brightest person in the world. I got that man ego, I guess you could say, where I don't want to be in the gym leg pressing, 2 plates, 245 plates. I know it's just an ego thing. I can't do squat. I've tried squats. I ain't saying I can't. I've tried 135 on a bar, or with the bar, 245s in the bar. And I'm really unstable. I can go all the way down and I can come up easily, but I'm kind of shaking. So I'm not, I think next time if I ever try it again, I am going to put a plate under the back of my foot. I've seen that a couple times and maybe that'll help. Also right now I'm dealing with a torn rotator cuff in the front of my shoulder, on my right shoulder. I've been dealing with that for over a year. I've recently started physical therapy. It feels a little better. The trainer, I ain't gonna say trainer, he ain't training me. He gives me programs in my diet plan at the gym I'm at, which is Olympus Gym here in Murfreesboro. Once again, poof. Hope I remember all these screenshots. And he gives me a plan to work out, and before that I tried, he knows my limitations. At one time when I lost that weight, he was one of my trainers that would work with me 1 day a week to train on everything and see what I could do. And Lord have mercy, I won't give his name out because I don't have that permission, but he will put you through the ringer. He don't care if you're disabled or not. But he does it out of good. I mean, he won't push you too far, but he will push you. And you kind of need that. But what was I saying about? Oh yeah. And before I started training with him, I started trying bench press. I can't bench press with my shoulder because I can't get a wide grip with the bar, on the regular bench. Plus, with my back messed up, I have to put my feet up on the bench. I can't lay flat on the bench with my feet flat on the ground. I don't know why. Maybe I'll try it. Just maybe it needs some stretching. That's something else I want to get over on this channel is stretching. Those of you who work out, if you just work out without ever stretching, you're doing your muscles harm. You need to stretch. Those people that tell you to be in and out of a gym in 30 minutes are feeding you full of crap. At least that's my opinion. 1, you should do stretching. 2, you should do cardio. Even if it's only light cardio, that's the diet, and the cardio is the reason I dropped 40 pounds in 4 months. But I tried bench press on a Smith machine where I didn't have to worry about if it wasn't too heavy, I could lock it back real quick and things like that. And I could do it a little wide, but I'd had to go down in weight. I think I had 225 plates on there, not 2 on each side, 2 on the whole thing. So I wasn't doing much because I wasn't sure I could do it. And the wider I got, the more it hurt my shoulder. So, but close grips, I could put 245 plates on and do that. It still hurt, but it wasn't as bad. And yeah, all this, it does hurt my back. But at the same time, if you don't exercise when you are, I don't want to use the word disabled, when you're challenged with your mobility, you'll stiffen up. And that's another reason you should stretch. I'm going to try to take you into my gym. They play a lot of loud music, so I don't know. I'm not good at voiceovers. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to do a good video. Today is a Sunday. It's one of my off days. I work out Monday. I try to do cardio. All right. This is my first day of being accountable by doing these videos. And what I mean by that is I have been slacking. I've been slacking on my meal plan. I've been slacking on my diet and my cardio. My gym and my cardio. I've been going to the gym. I've been following what he says, but I haven't been doing the cardio. And I know a lot of people say you don't need to do cardio. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But it worked for me. This is a channel of what will work for me. My plan may not be your plan. My things may not be your things. So keep that in mind as you're watching and keep going. Today is just an introduction of myself. I'm not going to show anything other than the pictures if I remember. If I didn't remember, I'm sorry. I'll try to put some shorts out to show you, each one. But I hope I can remember to plot that in there. I'm not a good editor. Basically, all I can do is cut. Like if you stumble where you're thinking or you blah, 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 I can cut that out. So, I'm not a good editor. You won't see a good thumbnail. It'll be a random thumbnail that the YouTube pops up, and I'll just go off that. I don't put all the little writing on there and all that. So it's a generic channel. Now, if someone wants to freely, and I mean freely because beyond disability, I don't have a lot of money. Yes, I am married, but my wife refuses to pay for anything. She has her money, I have my money. But yeah, that's kind of what's going to happen. I hope I'll try to put a video out, even if it's a short every day, of me doing something, me talking about something, me at the gym. I'm going to try to talk to the gym owner, which is, oddly enough, our gym is a very respectable gym in Murfreesboro area where a lot of former and current IFBB pros go to. In fact, I'll pop up a picture of me and Brandon Curry. Brandon Curry was Mr. Olympia 3 years ago, I think. I don't remember. But you can look up Brandon Curry, see that he was Mr. Olympia. He works out at our gym. He lives here in Murfreesboro. The owner is a former Mr. Tennessee, I think of between 2009 and 2015, I believe. I don't quite remember what year. The banners are all posted up, But what I'll do, I'll try to talk to him and see if he'll give me a tour around our gym so I can show it to y'all. If you live in the Middle Tennessee area, it might be something you might be interested in. Or if you're vacationing here in the Memphis, oh my gosh, sorry, I'm a former Memphian. That's where I was originally born. If you're in the Middle Tennessee area, you can come down and visit out there. They have day passes. So I'm going to leave it there. I want to thank you for watching my first show. Remember, God loves you. Fitness is great, and I'll see you later.